Hello and welcome. I'm Anne. Over the weekend I watched a movie called Beautifully Broken. It's based on the true story of a Tutsi family who had their lives torn apart during the 1994 massacres that took place in Rwanda. Their love, trust and faithfulness helped them to endure and find beauty even in their brokenness. I wanted to share some of their story as portrayed in the movie, but first, a thought from my flip calendar. No smile is so beautiful as the one that struggles through tears. And the verse that goes with it is, God will yet fill your mouth with laughter and your lips with shouts of joy. That's from Job chapter 8, verse 21. In the movie, the father of the Tutsi family, William, tells their story. 15 years after the massacre that killed some 800,000 lives in just 100 days, he reflected back to the day they fled their home with only the clothes they were wearing. We all have our hardships, he said. We all have moments of decision that echo through the years. With machine guns pointed at their heads as they were forced to lie face down on the asphalt road, they were miraculously saved from death. But they saw many brutalities, endured much, were fearful, lost friends, saw the results of the killings by the militia, and in their devastation, in their despair, in their fear, William reassured his family, saying, God will be with us and it will be okay. All I know is we must trust God. Well, they made it into Kenya and their home became a Kenyan refugee camp that was overcrowded, squalid and diseased. For 12 years they were there with no way of seeing how they could change their lives and make them any different. Then they found out that William could go to America under a special refugee program, but it meant that he had to leave his family behind until he had a job and a house for them. So he got pretty concerned and worried about leaving them unprotected in such a dangerous and violent place. God, he prayed, what is your plan for my family? To just leave them here unprotected? Give me your wisdom, Lord. Show me the right path and give me the courage for whichever step. His wife reassured him, if you believe God orders your steps, our steps, who are we to say no when he opens the doors? So, trusting to God's faithfulness, he left his family, not knowing when or if he was going to see them again. As he farewelled those he loved, he said, be strong. God's hand has brought us to this place. Who knows what wonderful things his plan has for us? In America, he found refugees struggling to find their place and falling through the cracks of that society. As he reached out to them in their need, he had the idea of turning a derelict building into a supportive village that could house these refugees. With the help of his church, he established the Legacy Mission Village, where struggling refugees could go and find affordable housing while they found a job and could make a new life for themselves away from the mission village. At first, others saw only the obstacles of his idea, but he replied, God sees beauty in the broken, and there are plenty of refugees who want to be part of something. William's vision became a reality, and he noted, God has provided a miracle. His plan was so wonderful. After much hard work and diligence, God has made a home for refugees today. I find great comfort in seeing God bringing hope into pain-filled eyes that turn into beautiful expressions of joy. God has shown me that our legacy is built from pain and trouble that we endure. He also noted that your life is not where you have come from, but what you do with the days before you. How true is that, hey? There came a time when he and his family reunited. It is in the darkest of times that our character is tested, he said, our faith challenged. Yet, God brought my family through the hardships of life and placed the pieces of our broken lives together in ways that we could not have imagined. Do you feel broken by your life? Do you have pieces that you just can't put together? Be encouraged by William's story that God can put the broken pieces of your life back together into something different, no doubt, but he can make something beautiful out of your life. You can trust God and his faithfulness, his love. His promise is that as you trust him, he can bring beauty out of your ashes, joy out of your sadness, and the garment of praise instead of the spirit of heaviness and despair. He can rebuild the ruins of your life. He can restore the devastated places. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.